Good evening all, welcome to this T20 match in the Jfsc Dash Premier League 2022-23 between two wonderful teams. I, Shalin Gupta, your commentator, welcomes all our viewers and spectators who are watching this match live from the Fatima Cricket Ground or on the YouTube link. And we've got two really good teams today who are locking horns. Avm Yoddhas are playing against Super Strikers, and Avm Yoddhas have won the toss. They've elected to bat first. The first bowler is about to be bowled. That's a good start by the bowler. And Javed Siddiqui, the captain of Avm Yoddhas, has won the toss, has elected to bat first. And it's Dattaram Parab and Javed who've opened the batting. This is their first game in this tournament. The Avm Yoddhas are a very strong team indeed. And this is just the second delivery of the first over. That's a good shot played. And what a stop that is. At the square leg position by the fielder. Absolutely brilliant fielding this is. And Datta is off the mark. Datta Ramparab, a wonderful batsman. And words cannot describe Javed Siddiqui, the kind of talent he is. We've seen his bat do wonders in the last season and the seasons before that, facing his first delivery. He starts off well, cuts it nicely towards the third man region for a single. He's off the mark on the very first ball that he faces. Mittal Joshi has opened the proceedings. Oh, what a shot that is, straight down the ground. And what a stop this is. This could be a chance of a run out. Absolutely stunning stuff. This is just the first over and it doesn't seem so. The kind of fielding we are seeing. Everybody is so charged up in the Super Strikers team. That was a wonderful shot by Dattaram Parab and absolutely stunning stop there by the fielder. Restricted the shot only to a single. Jasdeep Singh Kohli was the fielder. Mittal coming with his next delivery. Javed playing it nicely. No run this time, so that's a very good over by Mittal Joshi. He's a wonderful player. A genuine all-rounder, this guy, especially when it comes to bowling with the new ball, Mittal. And all these players are quite famous in the entire circuit. They have been playing these tournaments since quite a long time and are aware of each other's games as well. But every game, when it comes to the field, is a different one. You have to come back with a new strategy, a fresh start. Oh, and that's a wonderful piece of bowling. He was bringing the ball back into the batsman. This time he takes it away from Javed. Got foxed completely, and that's the end of a very good over by Mittal. The first over has been bowled. The score is 3 without loss after the end of the first over. Kaustubh Sawant coming into bowl his first over. This is the second of the innings. Kaustubh has been handed over the new ball along with Mittal. The captain Viraj Gandhi starting off really well. Oh, and this time this is the first delivery and He's got a wonderful run up and a very good action. This reminds us of Kagiso Rabada, the kind of jump he has. He tried to hit this in the air but could not connect the Taram. Goes to bowling. His next delivery started off really well. Just have a look at that jump. Oh, and this time in the air! And it lands safely just in front of the mid-off fielder. He's very lucky there, Datta. Did not time it at all. And this could happen if you are playing a match after a gap of almost 4-5 months. In Mumbai cricket, we all are aware, it doesn't happen during the rains. So it's a fresh season that has started. Kaustubh to Javi, as he is famously known. That's a wonderful bouncer by him. One bounce for the over, signaled by the umpire. This is really good bowling by Kaustubh. The pitch seems to be a really good one, supporting not only the batsmen but the bowlers as well. So a lot of credit should be given to the curator, who's done his job brilliantly here. That was a genuine bouncer by Kaustubh. Javed lets it go. That's a wonderful shot by Javed, but straight to the fielder. He was lucky it didn't carry into the hands of the fielder at mid-on. And this is the kind of shot he's known for. If the ball is pitched up, Javed definitely goes for it. It was no different this time, but luckily it was not. It did not come on the meat of the bat. Oh, and this time in the air, and he's been successful in hitting it over the infield. A couple of runs taken easily towards the long on. Wonderful piece of fielding as well. Oh, and what a throw straight into the hands of the bowler. So Javed making his intentions clear, and we were discussing exactly the same. The ball is pitched up. Javed Siddiqui doesn't mind taking the aerial route, and he does the same this time as well. Kaustubh is bowling well, and this is good captaincy. They have not asked the mid-on to go back. Oh, and this time outside the off stump, trying to play the cross-batted shot. Corrects the shot in this position. That's the end of the second over. The score is 6 without loss. So this is some really good bowling by the Super Strikers bowlers. Both the opening bowlers bowling really well. 3 apiece they've given in the first over. Mittal coming into bowl his next over. Oh, and what a delivery to start the over. Bowling a very good line, very close to that off stump, and trying to cut that. Datta Ramparab not succeeding at all. That's a wonderful start by both these bowlers. Oh, and that's a slow delivery, and straight into the hands of the fielder. Datta Ramparab is shocked. That was a slower delivery, and he thought he'll just hit it over the infield, but Unfortunately, he has given a simple catch to the square leg fielder. And he's disappointed with that shot, Dattaram, for sure. He's a quality player but would not be happy with the kind of way he's got out. Especially the shot that he was trying to hit for a boundary. He's given a simple catch. That's the fall of the first wicket for Avm Yoddhas. 6 for 1 is their score now. This is just the third over of this innings, and Mithil Joshi has struck for his team. This is just the second over and he gets his first wicket, and that to a big one. Dattaram Parab getting out to a soft dismissal. This is some really good bowling, and the first wicket has gone for Avm Yoddhas in the third over. 6 for 1 is the score. New batsman at the crease is Chetan Kapoor. And Mithil Joshi is on fire. He's bowling some really good deliveries, making it difficult for the batsman to play. That was a good start by him to Chetan Kapoor as well. And this time, front of the wickets, and he's appealing for a LBW. The umpire signaling it was drifting down the leg side. And they're really not happy with the decision, it seems. This is really good bowling by Mithil Joshi, and Chetan Kapoor will have to be careful. He almost got his wicket there, Mithil. Oh, and that's a wonderful piece of bowling. Just have a look at how he's mixing his deliveries. The first two came back into the batsman. This was pitched outside the off stump and it went away from the batsman. So he's foxing the batsman with some really good, thoughtful bowling. Chetan Kapoor is a ferocious batsman. We've seen him hit some really good innings, and this time in the air, and that is what he's known for. Could be the first boundary in this match, and that is a boundary, and that is what we were talking about. He's such a ferocious batsman. Just outside the off stump, he cuts it really hard, and a boundary towards the third man to open his account. But that is what he's known for. If you allow him to free his arms, he's going to cause a lot of trouble to the bowler, and that's what happened on that occasion. 4 runs to end the over. That's the end of a very good over by Mithil Joshi. A successful over in which he got his first wicket for himself as well as for his team. The score is 10 for 1 after 3 overs. Kostov coming to ball. His next over. That's a good start by Kostov. Dot to start with. Javed trying to hit it. Didn't connect. Probably expecting a wide that time, Javed, but the umpire not agreeing to that. Kostov with the next delivery. We'll have to see if he targets his off stump. Oh, and this time that's a peach of a delivery. Javed just not comfortable with the length, it seems. And probably there is some rustiness when it comes to the batsman of Avm Yoddhas. All these are known batsmen. They have the experience, they have the shots. It's just that probably the rustiness and the gap of not playing matches for a long time is causing a bit of trouble in the shot making. Kostov Sawant with his next delivery. Oh, and this time in the air. Will that be out? He's taking it. That's a cotton ball, and Javed Siddiqui has been sent back to the pavilion. This is some really good bowling by Kostov Sawant. And that is what we were mentioning. The length and the line are the key here. They've maintained it so well right from the word go. The super strikers. This is absolutely stunning piece of bowling by both these bowlers, and this was a very good delivery. Enticed Javed to hit the big one. And Javed normally when it comes into the slot doesn't misses that, but this time the length was so good and he had a lot of pace as well. It didn't come on the meat of the bat, and Javed Siddiqui, the captain, has to go back to the pavilion. So the second wicket for Avm Yoddhas is down. Javed Siddiqui caught and bowled Kostov Sawant. 10 for 2 they are. A slight bit of trouble as well. This is just the fourth over. Absolutely stunning piece of bowling by Kostov. And probably the wicket was set up on the last delivery itself, when he had just bowled a peach of a delivery which went really close to the edge of the bat. The very next delivery, he finishes what he could not finish on the last delivery and takes the wicket of Javed Siddiqui. An important breakthrough there. And 10 for 2. Avm Yoddhas now need a partnership. Vishal Miglani is the new batsman. He will have to stay there with Chetan Kapoor if they want to score a decent score in this match. It's a wonderful shot by Vishal. The first delivery he faces, plays a beautiful shot. It runs away to the boundary. Absolutely brilliant drive that is. Pitched up, and Vishal playing a brilliant shot. The shot of the evening till now. Starts off with the boundary. The third man fielder tried his best but could not stop the boundary. That was not a bad delivery. That was a wonderful shot by a really good player, Vishal Miglani. A very dependable batsman. There's a lot of caliber. A genuine all-rounder in this Avm Yoddhas lineup. Can play the long innings as well as is a very good bowler as well. But now he has the responsibility to play the sheet anchor's role. His 2 wickets have fallen really quickly. This is just the 4th over. Avm Yoddhas in a bit of trouble. 14 for 2 already. Both the openers sent back to the pavilion by these bowlers. Super strikers. Some really good bowling by Kaustubh Sawant and Mittal Joshi. Another good delivery to end the over. That's a good comeback after that boundary was scored on the first delivery that Vishal faced. That's the end of the 4th over. 14 for 2 is the score. Mittal coming to bowl his next over. That's a good shot by Chetan Kapoor, but there's a sweeper for him. Should just be a single. Slightly short in length this time. And Chetan Kapoor could not capitalize that. Takes a single towards a sweeper. Another good delivery by Mittal. He's bowling so well, this guy. This is his 3rd over and he was the one who sent the Taram Parab back into the pavilion. It was had a very close call against Chetan Kapoor as well, so he's on fire. And sticking to basics, he's done nothing extraordinary. It's just that he's stuck to basics. Another good delivery this time. He needs to maintain that off stump line, slightly drifting down the mid stump, and probably the swing taking it away further towards the leg stump. But if he bowls the same ball outside the off stump, that would be a real good battle to watch, because Vishal is really good when it comes to driving the ball. You'll have to see how he deals with the swinging delivery, which is the one that comes into the batsman. Another good delivery, a bit short this time, and they're taking a quick single this time. Could have been a run out there. A very good attempt by the mid-on fielder, but the effort goes in vain. It didn't hit the stumps, but nonetheless a very good effort. Jasdeep Singh Kohli is on fire at mid-on. He's fielded so well till now. He almost got run out, and Vishal was in a bit of trouble there. Oh, and that's a wonderful slower delivery. A quick single taken by Chetan Kapoor. Keeper does well, but couldn't stop the single. This was a very good delivery. That's a good shot by Vishal Miglani. The square leg does well, but a single taken easily. And Mithil Joshi finishes off his third over. That's the end of the fifth over. 18 for 2, Avm Yoddhas. Oh, that's a wonderful shot by Vishal Miglani. Just a single though, but that was a good shot. Vishal is such a confident player. We've seen it so many times. He's taken his team out of the danger. Santosh is a new bowler and Vishal played it well towards the sweeper cover for a single this time. Starts off with a single. That's a good delivery. Lets it go. Chetan Kapoor. He's got a unique run up, this guy. And this could be really foxing for any batting unit. This time really wide outside the off stump and a wide signal by the umpire. Oh, and this time losing control completely on the new ball. And why was he so surprised with that decision? That was not at all a good delivery. That was a short shot wide, way outside the off stump. Short delivery this time, played really well by Chetan Kapoor, and that's a boundary. This is not the length you want to bowl to Chetan Kapoor. He will cut you day in, day out. Towards the third man region. He's very good at that. Cut is his favorite shot. He can play that shot even when he's sleeping. He's such a good player of that shot. Chetan Kapoor bowling a short delivery to him outside the off stump. He's asking for trouble. What a shot that was. No chance for the third man fielder. He went away to the boundary in a flash. On this time, plays it really well. Straight to the fielder, just a single. That's a good comeback by the bowler. Santosh just improving the line of his delivery and the length as well. Oh, and he should have caught that. That was a very important chance and he's missed that. Vishal Miglani playing it straight to the bowler and Santosh missing the cotton ball chance. Could have been a golden opportunity if he would have caught it. Would have been the best result for a bowler who's bowling his first over. But Santosh misses that. And Vishal really lucky to have got away with that. Still at the crease. Santosh bowling his next delivery. It's a good shot played by Vishal this time. They're such good when it comes to ground fielding. Absolutely brilliant. That's the end of another over. "27 for 2 after 6 overs, and they've started off pretty conservatively. Credit goes to some really good bowling by the super striker bowlers. They will have to build up a good partnership. There was a drop catch in the last over, so could have added to the woes of Avm Yoddhas, especially after they lost 2 wickets very early in this innings. They were 10 for 2 at a point. Mayur Gala has been asked to bowl his first over. He's a wonderful spinner, this guy. Vishal facing Mayur. That's a good shot played towards the covers. Should be an easy single. Is an easy single. He's a wonderful bowler, Mayur Gala. Has a knack of picking up some good wickets, and this will be a good contest to watch. Chetan Kapoor, who also plays a lot of aerial shots towards the onside, apart from the shot that has made him so famous, the cut shot. That's a wide. We'll have to see how he approaches against the spinner. That's a good delivery. Oh, and that's a wonderful stop. A quick single taken though by Chetan. He had to push it though to get back into the crease. Oh, and this time a short delivery. Played really well by Vishal. Could be a boundary. Is a boundary. No chance for the deep backward square leg fielder. That was a poor delivery by Mayur. Not at all up to his standards. He's a really good bowler, but you can't Ball a short delivery to a player like Vishal Miglani, who's already so tall. He'll hit you for a boundary throughout the day. Another short delivery, punched hard by Vishal, but just a single this time. The length needs to improve for sure when it comes to a super strikers. That's the end of the 7th over. The score is 35 for 2. So the run rate now 5 runs per over. That's a good comeback by Avm Yoddhas considering the situation they were in. Santosh coming into bowl his next over. Quite expensive in his first over. Vishal playing really well. 14 of 13 deliveries. Chetan Kapoor also has reached 12 of 12 deliveries. So both the batsmen entering double figures. And this time, punched really hard, and that's a really good stop by the fielder at long off. Just a single. And this is the length which the bowlers should be bowling, even if the batsman can hit you some really hard strokes. At least the bowlers are asking the batsman to stretch a bit, do something outside the crease. This is such a unique way of taking the run up. Just have a look at that line, absolutely brilliant. That's a really good delivery by Santosh again. Two good deliveries. Chetan trying to hit the big shot, not succeeding at all. But they get a single. Vishal back on strike. Oh, and this time a good ball. Appealing for the LBW, but drifting down the leg side for sure. That's a good decision by the umpire. Santosh to Vishal, and this time in the air, a short delivery played really well towards the sweeper for a single. That's the end of the 8th over. One delivery left, I beg your pardon. Vishal and Chetan have formed a good partnership here. They need to carry on with the momentum and probably take the score to a respectable total. That's a delivery which has been pitched up, played really well by Chetan Kapoor, and really good fielding by the long off fielder. Jasdeep Kohli is on fire today in the field. He normally is on fire. That's the end of the 8th over, 39 for 2. A good over by Santosh, just 4 of the over. Nitesh Shah, the new bowler, starts off really well. A perfect delivery, pitched up. Really good line, just outside the off stump, and wonderful length as well. Chetan Kapoor plays it nicely but doesn't get a run. And these two players, if they stay for long, the run rate might be looking at 5 runs or less than 5 runs per over right now, but they have the ability to take it to even 8 runs per. Oh, and that's a wonderful delivery. That was slightly short. Chetan Kapoor's eyes had lit up. He missed the cut this time. Must be a bit disappointed. Oh, and this time another short delivery, played really well, but there's a fielder there. This is really good captaincy. The deep point ensuring it's just a single, and this is good captaincy by the super strikers captain Viraj Gandhi. He knows the strength of Chetan. And he's taken cover at that position. Normally Chetan gets boundaries in that region, but this time just a single. Courtesy some really good field setting by the captain of super strikers Viraj Gandhi. Nitesh Shah with his next delivery. Vishal on strike, and this time played really well. This could be a huge 6. This is the first 6 in this match. Absolutely stunning hit by Vishal, and that is what I was mentioning. This was in the slot, and Vishal just using the power of his bottom hand. Such is his strength. Did not use a lot of power, just timed it brilliantly, and it went flying over the long on fielder for a huge 6. A flat 6 though, but this is the first 6 in this innings, and it seems this is a trigger for scoring runs that they were looking at. Oh, and this time a really good comeback. Wonderful piece of bowling, and improved the length from the last delivery. Not bowling that into the slot. Nitesh Shah has bowled well in this over, apart from that one delivery that went for a huge 6. Oh, and this is a good delivery again to end the over. They're trying to take the single. This could be a run out, and oh, that is a tragedy. That was a really bad call by Vishal. That was never a run there. I think Chetan Kapoor was just not prepared, and that was the right call by Chetan. Probably Vishal had hit a good shot and he wanted to take strike in the next over as well. He did not look at his partner and was looking at the ball only, and this has resulted in a tragic run out there. Vishal playing so well and has lost his wicket in a very soft way, and some really poor calling between these two batsmen. That's the end of his wonderful innings. 46 for 3, and Chetan was just not ready for the run. Vishal kept on running towards Chetan's end. That resulted in the wicket of Vishal Miglani. He's got run out for 22, and the score is 9 overs 46 for 3 for Avm Yoddhas. Drinks being called for. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back soon. Stay tuned, viewers. And we're back after the drinks break. Santosh coming to bowl his next over. Chetan Kapoor on strike, and Rishi Mapara as a new batsman as non-strikers, and that's a good start by Santosh. Gradually he's picked up brilliantly on the length as well as the line. Santosh Manjrekar. Oh, and the short delivery pulled brilliantly by Chetan Kapoor. And we'd mentioned that earlier. He has the capability to play the shots on the onside as well. That's a wonderful piece of batting. Slightly short, and he was really quick to it. And the 50 for Avm Yoddhas is up. 50 for 3 they are now. No chance for the deep square leg fielder there. One bounce into the fence. It was a wonderful pull shot by Chetan Kapoor. And Santosh needs to be consistent with his line this time. Bowling a short delivery, that too on the middle stump line, which drifted further towards the leg stump. Coming to bowl his next over. Next ball, I beg your pardon. A wonderful delivery. This is the way he has to bowl to Chetan Kapoor. Quick single taken, and Rishi Mapara, one of the most dangerous batsmen in the circuit, has come to the crease. What a player he is. A genuine all-rounder, a brilliant left arm spinner and a very dangerous left-handed batsman, and this is the perfect time for a player like him to come to the crease. He's got 10 overs and 3 balls to cause as much damage as he's capable of causing. We've seen that in the last season so many times. Santosh coming into bowl his next delivery, and Rishima Par on strike for the first time in this match, and on the pads the first delivery will be a leg by, a single taken, leg by, single by the umpire. We'll have to see how he constructs his innings. Rishima Para, he's got a really good player at the other end, Chetan Kapoor, who is slowly getting into his form. And if both these players stay at the crease till the 20th over, super strikers could be well in trouble. But the kind of bowling they have done today, they deserve a lot of praise as super strikers bowlers, especially Mittal and Kaustubh. They have been really good, and Ritesh and Santosh also have supported them quite well. The 10th over in this innings, we are almost halfway in this match. In the first innings, another dot delivery. Oh, and this time in the air, Chetan Kapoor. Is that a boundary? No, it lands safely and going towards the boundary, but a good chase there and trying to come for the third, Rishi, but Chetan says no. 2 runs taken by the batsman, and that's the end of another good over by Santosh. Score is 54 for 3 after 10 overs. That was a good shot played towards the covers in the air, but landing safely. And after 10 overs, the score is 54 for 3. Avm Yoddhas trying to gain momentum. The run rate now is 5.4 runs an over. Rishima Para and Chetan Kapoor have a lot of work to do in the remaining 10 overs, but they have the capability to change the course of this match and turn it upside down completely. The kind of batsmen they are, especially Rishima Para. This guy can be really dangerous. Being a lefty, he has that added advantage. Bowlers need to adjust to the line and combination of righty-lefty. Becomes really tough for any bowling unit to negotiate with the right-hander and the left-hander together. Hitesh coming into bowl his next over. He has been bowling well till now. They need to pitch the ball up. They can't be bowling short deliveries, but they'll have to be really careful with Rishima Para. This guy has an array of shots. Even if you pitch the ball up, he's got such a solid bottom hand. Just take you out of the equation by hitting some big shots. Let's see how Hitesh negotiates with Rishima Para. This is his first delivery, bowling round the wicket. Rishi on strike. Oh, and what a delivery! He's got him! Absolutely stunning piece of bowling, and he played it so late, Rishi. And sometimes it's the commentator's curse that works for the other team. But this is really good bowling by Hitesh. All the praises for him, the kind of wicket he's taken. That was a peach of a Yorker, and Rishi had no idea about that. But clean bowled. A very important wicket in the context of this match, and Rishi Mapara hasn't scored a run. Gone on a duck. And Hitesh getting his first wicket, and what an important wicket, and what an important time to get this wicket. Rishi had just come to the crease a couple of balls ago and has to go back without scoring a single run. All credit to Hitesh Shah. And the new batsman is Shiva Konar, another solid batsman, but Avm Yoddhas today are not in their full element, probably because of some really good bowling by super strikers. The credit goes to the super strikers bowlers here. But we've got another solid and a very dependable batsman in Shiva Konar here. And he and Chetan Kapoor will have to now not only save their wicket but also score some runs. The kind of run rate they are maintaining right now would not help. If the same is maintained throughout the innings, they will have to take the score to at least 130, 140 so that they give something to their bowlers to defend. However, Hitesh has his tail up now. Got the wicket on the first delivery of his second over, and that too of Rishi Mapara. Oh, and what a shot by Shiva! The first delivery he faces. What a shot! Smashed towards the boundary and races to the covers boundary for a 4. What a shot this is by Shiva, and what a start. And probably sometimes this is the way to play. You can't be too defensive. You will have to play your shots, and Shiva doing the right thing right from the word go. He's hit that for a wonderful boundary. Absolutely brilliant stroke play by Shiva on the first delivery. Hitesh will have to re-strategize. The length was quite up. Oh, and this is a perfect length to the new batsman. He's come back so nicely there, Hitesh. A thinking cricketer for sure. Has a really intelligent head over his shoulders. And that's it, slashed hard. It takes the thick edge of the bat and another boundary towards the third man. No chance for a short third man fielder. So 2 boundaries for Shiva in the first 3 deliveries he faces. What a shot that was. Throwing his bat to the ball outside the off stump, which was quite a foolish one, but throwing it really effectively and getting a boundary. Oh, and that is a good comeback again. A single taken by Shiva. This is some really good batting by Shiva Konar. This is sensible cricket by the experienced campaigner Chetan Kapoor. And Shiva will have to take this partnership ahead. Already 9 runs after Shiva has come to the crease. So, and all 9 scored by Shiva. That's a good start to his innings. And some really important runs that he scored. They were reeling at 54 for 4 and now they're 63 for 4. So that's the beauty of T20 cricket, can change in a matter of deliveries. Oh, and this time Chetan Kapoor trying to play the cross-batted shot. Not a good choice of shot that was. Was really lucky that he did not lose his control. Could have got stumped as well, but this is really good comeback by Hitesh. That's the end of the 11th over. The score is 63 for 4. Oh, and that's a really good piece of bowling. Trying to draw Shiva forward and some real good off spin on display here. That's a good shot played, but straight to the fielder. A short delivery outside the off stump, giving the chance to Chetan Kapoor to play his favourite shot, but could not convert. Himanshu Parikh bowling really well. Just one run given out of the 3 deliveries that he has bowled till now. Oh, and that's a wonderful shot. Picked it up from outside the off stump. Just a single though. Towards the deep mid wicket. This is really good captaincy by the Super Strikers captain, Viraj Gandhi. He knows exactly where the shots will go, especially when Chetan Kapoor is batting. He plays the fielders exactly at the right position. A single this time towards the square leg. Shiva playing really well. He's already on 12 of just 8 deliveries, and that's a good first over till now by Himanshu. Just 3 runs he's given of the 5 deliveries that he's bowled. He's appealing for an LBW, but struck outside the line for sure. That was a good decision by umpire. Really experienced umpires we have here, Mr. Yaduchuri, signalling that it was struck outside the line. A very good over by Himanshu Parikh. 12 over 66 for 4. And Mittal Joshi coming to bowl his last over. He's been brilliant in his first spell. Oh, and this time it seems it was edged, but has he dropped it? Probably that was not an edge, but the swing took it away. This is really good bowling by Mittal. The perfect length and a brilliant line as well. That too with a bit of swing. Wonderful piece of bowling. Another dot delivery, forcing Shiva to just defend that delivery. Shiva trying to take the single, but the length is the key here. Mittal Joshi maintaining that brilliant length again and again, hitting the right spot consistently, and the line is also really difficult to negotiate. A slower delivery, and this time Shiva packing a punch there, a boundary, one bounce into the fence. That was not a good ball when it comes to bowling slower deliveries to Shiva. He is really good at reading the variations, and he has played a wonderful shot here. What a shot that was. One bounce into the fence. No chance for the longer fielder. There was a fielder, but he just stood and watched the ball go outside the boundary as a spectator. We'll have to see if Mittal Joshi can come back after that boundary. Oh, and this time slightly uppish by Shiva, but a single taken easily. The square leg fielder does well. Oh, and that's a wonderful delivery by Mittal. Chetan had no clue about that delivery. The line was brilliant and the length was impeccable. So 13 overs have been bowled, 71 for 4. The last delivery also was a dot. Well bowled by Mittal. His spell went off really well and he finished his spell in the last over. Himanshu coming to bowl his next over. Shiva on strike. Oh, and this time could be a huge 6. And he's lost the ball, it seems. What a shot that is. Pitched up and Shiva just giving it all he had. The real power of the bottom hand comes into the picture here. What a shot that is. It's outside the ground. And that is where this guy can be so dangerous. 22 of just 12 deliveries. Probably the shot of the evening by none other than Sivanandan Kunar, fondly known as Shiva amongst his teammates. What a shot that was. And Himanshu Parekh being greeted with a 6 on the first delivery of his second over. And that too not a normal 6, a huge hit. No chance for any fielder, all of them just spectators. What a shot, a treat to watch, especially when Shiva is on song. He just plays like a magician when it comes to hitting boundaries. Has that uncanny ability of finding the gaps and hitting some really big shots, not only sixes but he can hit those flat boundaries as well. Reads the spinners really well. That's his hallmark. Himanshu, can he come back? We'll have to see that. This is a good delivery. Shiva packs a really hard punch, but there's a really good stop by the long on fielder. Just a single this time. But some good thinking by Himanshu there. He tried to york Shiva. That's a wonderful piece of bowling. And Chetan doing the right thing, just rotating the strike and giving it back to Shiva, who's in top form right now. Himanshu with his next delivery. Oh, and that's a wonderful piece of bowling. Chetan trying to take that single. I don't know whether that would be possible. Sent back by Shiva. So a dot delivery. Good comeback by Himanshu after that first ball was hit out of the ground. And the run rate still not 6 runs per over. Slightly less than that. And that's a wonderful shot. Comes down the track. Straight to the fielder at covers, and a single taken quickly there by Chetan Kapoor. Shiva probably missed that. Oh, and this time Chetan Kapoor coming down the track, and it seems the keeper has missed the stumping there. You can't give life to a batsman like Chetan Kapoor, especially when only last 6 overs are left. Keeper disappointed and understands the importance of missing that chance, but some really good spirit shown by the bowler. It's motivating his teammate. And that's the end of the 14th over. The score is 80 for 4, and it seems Kaustubh is being asked to come back into the attack. And last 6 overs in this innings, we'll have to see how far can Avm Yoddhas reach. The run rate almost 600 over, but still not above 6. Kaustubh coming to bowl his next over. He's been brilliant in the first 2 overs that he's bowled with the new ball. We'll have to see how he bowls with the older one. That's a wonderful start by Kaustubh, I beg your pardon. Kaustubh to Shiva, and that's a good shot by Shiva. Flicked really well towards the backward square leg. Could be easily a couple of runs. We'll have to see whether they come for the third, but they decide against it. 2 runs taken really nicely by Shiva. What a shot that was. He's in some really good touch today, Shiva. And he's really severe to the spinners, but equally effective against the pacers as well. He's already on 26 of 17 deliveries, and less than 5 overs left in this first innings. Oh, trying to hit the big shot, not succeeding. Wonderfully bowled by Kaustubh there. And that is the key, bowling wicket to wicket, and probably yes. Shiva giving away his helmet, not comfortable with the helmet this time. totally different batsman and watching the ball. Oh, and this time a wonderful piece of bowling. A quick single taken by both these batsmen, but this was a really good delivery. Shiva tried to hit with a straight bat, but probably the ball hit the middle of his bat and it went above Kostub's head. Was very lucky it did not go into his hands. A single taken though. Oh, and what a shot by Chetan Kapoor. A brilliant shot, probably the shot of the evening. Pitched up in the slot and absolutely stunning hit by Chetan. Eyeing the gap there in the deep cover region. Getting a boundary for his team. That is such a brilliant shot. So pleasing to the eye. And the sound of that bat when it punched the ball was absolutely brilliant. And Chetan Kapoor regaining his touch. He's also on 27, although he's played 32 deliveries. On this time, that's a good shot played towards the deep square. Coming back for the second, Chetan. This is really good running by Chetan and Shiva. Sensing the urgency and running the first one really quickly, and that's the end of the 15th over. 89 for 4, and this was a good over. They got 9 runs from this over. And Chetan is on 29 of 33 deliveries. Shiva playing so well, 27 of just 19 deliveries, and the score is 89 for 4 after 15. Absolutely brilliant batting by both these players. A good partnership they have maintained. Last 5 overs, I beg your pardon, in this first innings. Jfsc Kohli being asked to come into the attack. Shiva on strike. Jasdeep, the spinner to Shiva. That's a good shot by Shiva. Struck really hard. The sweeper cover does well. Just a single. What a throw that was. Really well fielded by the fielder there. Less than 5 overs left now, and they are in a good position. Avm Yoddhas, they can easily reach a score of 140. These two players have the capability to oh, and this time a good ball by Jasdeep. In the air this time, could be a big one. Oh, and he's dropped it. It was a catch. Could not hold on to that. That was some really good bowling by Jasdeep. For a moment it looked like it will cross the boundary ropes, but that could have been a wicket for him. Unfortunately, the fielder has put that down. Another good delivery, another dot. This is really good bowling by Jasdeep. This is first over, and he's come off so well in his first over. Just 2 runs of the 4 deliveries. This time it's a boundary. Missed by the keeper and buys. No matter how they come, they need runs, and these are some really valuable runs. That was a good ball. Tried the googly and everybody missed that. Jasdeep. Oh, and that's a wonderful shot by Shiva this time. In the gap, and what a shot that is! Absolutely brilliant batting this by Shiva. It races away to the boundary and no chance for the fielder at sweeper cover. Shiva eyes the gap at the deep point region and successfully pierces that for a boundary. That's the end of the 16th over. A very good over by Jasdeep, apart from the last delivery that was slightly short and wide, which gave Shiva the opportunity to hit it for a boundary. Oh, and that's a huge 6. Absolutely brilliant batting by Chetan Kapoor this time. Start of a new over, Mayur Gala. What a shot that is. The 100 for Avm Yoddhas is up with that wonderful shot. 6 in the long off region. What a shot that is. In the air, but falling short of the fielder at point. Hitesh. A single taken quickly, and Shiva back on strike, and this partnership is now well over 50. Mayur Gala to Shiva. Oh, and in the air this time. Will that be a big one or will that be caught? He has dropped it. So they are dropping some catches here. All these are important chances. They cannot let these chances go, especially to batsmen like Shiva and Chetan. Oh, that's a wonderful shot. Could be another boundary. What a shot that is coming down the track. Hitting wide of the sweeper cover fielder for a boundary. Chetan Kapoor is on fire. And both these players now making it difficult for the bowlers. Such a expensive over this has been till now. Just 4 deliveries and has already costed them 12 runs. Chetan Kapoor, what a shot that was coming down the track. Placing it to perfection and has a really strong bottom hand as well. Oh, and this time he comes down the track, hits it really big. What a shot! That is a huge six. And these guys are now toying with the bowlers. Absolutely stunning hit comes down the track, a huge six. Straight down the ground. No chance for any fielder. This is a treat for spectators, this partnership. We're watching it live from the Fatima Cricket Ground and also on the YouTube link. What great batting by these two players. Hitting at will now. They've already reached 117, the 17th over. Another shot coming down the track. Oh, and this has been a sloppy work by the long off fielder. A boundary. And that is a 50 to Chetan Kapoor. Absolutely stunning innings by Chetan. Look at the difference. Chetan racing to his 50. At a point of time they were on 27 runs each. But Chetan has been on song since the last 2 overs. 121 for 4 after 17 overs. And all of a sudden the current run rate is above 7 runs an over. This is a stunning show by Chetan Kapoor and Svkm'S as well. But Chetan has been really severe in the last 2 overs. Last over costed them really badly. 22 runs of that over. They were 99 for 4 and now all of a sudden they're 121 for 4. And still 3 overs left in this inning. So a lot of work to be done by the super strikers bowlers. 150 seems really close now and in reach. At a point of time it was tough to even get to 130, but the kind of batting Chetan and Shiva have done, especially Chetan, but Shiva needs to be given a lot of credit as well. He was the one who was the aggressor, and then Chetan started to cut loose. Jasdeep with his next over. Shiva on strike. Short delivery, cut really well by Shiva. This is a very good shot that Shiva plays on a consistent basis and plays to perfection as well. This time only a single towards the sweeper. Jasdeep needs to improve his length. This was a good delivery though. But they've dropped some catches also, and probably that has added insult to injury as well, because a lot of runs have been scored after those drop catches by these two batsmen. Oh, and this time he's been unlucky. Comes down the track and gets the inside edge. 2 easy runs taken. The ball goes towards the fine leg, but the fielder comes from the short third man. Does well. Could not stop the couple there. What a wonderful partnership this has been. Already 90 they have added. They were reeling at 34 for 4. Some really wonderful piece of batting by Shiva and Chetan. Oh, and he's come down the track. Could be a big one again. Is a big one. Oh, that's a boundary signal by the umpire. So that's a 4. They are hitting boundaries at will now. Chetan Kapoor just toying away with the bowlers. What a shot that was, coming down the track, straight down the ground. One bounce into the fence. Almost a 6 that time. Missed it by a whisker. On this time, this will be a wide. This is really good thinking by Chetan Kapoor. He's in no hurry to free his arms. Taking the extra run as well that time. That was an offer. Jasdeep. What will he do against Chetan now? Oh, and this time, this is some really good bowling. And Chetan has got stumped. This is really good comeback by Jasdeep. Finally he gets his man. He's got stumped there. This is a good stumping by the wicketkeeper as well, and a wonderful innings of 57 in just 42 deliveries comes to an end. Chetan Kapoor has played so well in the last 3-4 overs. What a brilliant knock that is, and that is what he is known for. He's always been the aggressor. And the kind of shots that he's hit in the last 2-3 overs can demoralize any bowling unit. That was a really good partnership between Shiva and Chetan, almost 100 run partnership. 95 runs they added for the 5th wicket, and that too in really quick time. Jfsc getting his first wicket finally. He's bowled really well. A new batsman. Samir Kaul will be on strike. Oh, and he almost got out on the first delivery. Was trying to pull that, missed the stumps by a very thin margin there, Jasdeep. On this time, just a single, trying to come back for the second run as well, but Shiva being sent back, courtesy some good fielding from the fielder in the deep, and that's the end of the 18th over. Samir is off the mark with that single, and the score is 130 for 5 after 18 overs, so they've definitely got to a respectable total there. Now they just need to build the score on that. 130 is already in their kitty. They would want to definitely go to 150. Kostov with his last over. That's a good shot played by Samir. Wonderfully driven towards the long off for a single. And she was back on strike, and that is what Avm Yoddhas would be looking at. Samir doing the right thing, just rotating the strike there, giving it to Shiva. Shiva is the one who's the key here. He's already on 34. Will he be able to complete his half century? That is what the Avm Yoddhas would be curious to find. Definitely has a talent to do that. He's already set and is hitting some really good shots. Shiva Kunar. Kostov with his next delivery. Oh, and this time takes the thick edge and will be a boundary. Luck favouring Shiva this time, but that is the way he plays, and that's a boundary. This is some good bowling by Kostov, but unfortunately still it went away for a boundary. Shiva playing really well, and that's why they say fortune favours the brave. He's shown bravery in terms of coming down the track out of his crease. Oh, and this time Kostov bowling really well, coming back nicely, and Shiva trying to utilize the power of his bottom hand for a big shot. Doesn't succeed. Kostov is a wonderful bowler. We've seen that in this match. Has a really good action and a very smooth run up, but the pace that he generates after that jump is really impressive. Oh, and this time he's missed it. Seems it's Mittal Joshi. And Shiva is coming back for the second. Oh, and what is this happening? Comedy of errors there. Just a single. This jump is so impressive. Talking about costume. Reminds us of Kagiso Rabada. We mentioned that earlier also. The kind of jump that he takes. Samir called back on strike, and Shiva at the non-striker's end now. Last two deliveries in this over. The last of Kaustubh Sawant's spell. Oh, and this is a very well played shot. This is definitely deliberate. Samir is picking really well now. That was a boundary. Kaustubh trying to bowl that wide Yorker, but Samir up to the task and placing it brilliantly. The ball taking a thick edge and running towards the boundary. The short third fielder just a spectator there, but that was absolutely well played by Samir. He watched the ball till the end and gave it the right direction. Kaustubh coming to bowl the last delivery of his spell. Oh, and Samir this time playing it really nicely. Behind point, could be a couple, and they come back for the second really well. Some really good running by Samir Kaul, pushing himself for the second run, and that's the end of the over it seems, and the end of the spell of Kaustubh Sawant. But a really productive over for Avm Yoddhas. 2 boundaries of that over. And they've reached 142 for 5 after 19 overs. Shiva on 39 and Samir playing a good hand, 8 of just 5 deliveries. So this is the last over of the first innings, and we'll have to see how Shiva and Samir go about this last over. Jasdeep Singh Kohli, popularly known as Jfsc, coming to bowl his next over. This is the last of this innings and Jfsc's third over. And Shiva Konar would be eyeing a 50 here for sure. He's already on 39. Just 2 big hits and he'll cross 50. Oh, and this time, that's a wonderful appeal, and the umpire says no. Very close, and probably that was bat. Yeah, the edge there. A very close appeal, and a very good decision. We also thought it was bat, but we were waiting for the umpire's final decision. And Jfsc giving it a lot of flight that time. Shiva fogs in the flight, but a single. And Samir back on strike. We'll have to see how Jasdeep deals with the left-handed batsman. This is the last over, last 5 deliveries in this first innings. Oh, and that's a good delivery. Samir trying to hit the big shot, missing it completely. That's a short delivery. Samir hitting it in the air. Will that be caught? It lands safely. Just a single. Shiva back on strike. This is good bowling by Jasdeep. Last 3 deliveries in this first innings. Shiva still has a chance to get to a wonderful 50. He's worked so hard. He's already on 40. He's paved the way for his team to a good score. They already are on the way to reach 150. Just 6 runs away from that psychological advantage of the 150 mark. Oh, and that's a wonderful piece of bowling. You'll have to give it to this wonderful bowler Jasdeep. It is he who's under pressure because it's the last over and already the batsmen have been on a roll since few overs. The kind of bowling he's doing is not allowing the in-form player Shiva. And this time another good delivery. Shiva trying to charge and coming back for the second, but sent back by Shiva. So that is really good bowling. The last delivery of this over now, just a single on that delivery. The previous one. And the score is still 145. Will they reach 150 now? We'll have to see that. They will have to score a 6 if they want to cross that psychological mark of 150. It was seeming easy that they would reach 150, but Jasdeep has ensured that they don't reach 150. And this time, some really good bowling and a good piece of fielding as well by the fielder. And they're coming for the second as well. Trying to come for the third, but that's the end of the 20 overs for Avm Yoddhas. Some really good batting by Shivanandan Konar. Make sure that they reach 147 in the stipulated 20 overs. A very well made half century by Chetan Kapoor as well. Sameer Kaul also giving really good support at the end. 11 of just 8 deliveries and 147 for 5 is the final score. So super strikers will have to score 148 in the 20 overs, and it's going to be a tight match for sure. Both the teams have a really good batting lineup and some good bowlers as well. And we'll take a break now and we'll join you in about 10 minutes from now for the second innings. Stay tuned, viewers. Thanks.
roaring. Lions 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 roaring.
We welcome all of you as and the spectators who are watching this match live to the second innings of this wonderful match between Avm Yoddhas and Super Strikers. And AVM have scored 147 for 5 in the 20 overs. Some really good batting by Shivanandan Kunar and a brilliant half century by Chetan Kapoor has resulted in a good score on the board. And Super Strikers about to start the innings. The players are on the field. The umpires have taken their position. The batsmen are at the crease. And the first over is about to get bowled. This is going to be a cracker of a match for sure. They're a good team, Super Strikers, and Avm Yoddhas are no less. They've got some really good bowlers and they have a lot of variety, especially when it comes to the spin bowling as well. Rishi Mapara, the left arm spinner, one of their key bowlers, will have a lot of work to do today. A good start by Viraj Gandhi and Tarun Jain, the openers, and Vikas Singh, the brilliant left-arm pacer, starts off the proceedings. One of the best bowlers in the circuit. He has a knack of picking up wickets right from the word go. Vikas, just have a look at that action and a brilliant run-up. And Viraj, the captain, starts off with a single. Vikas with his next delivery. What a shot that is by Tarun! Deliberately played in the end. What a start to this innings by Tarun. A boundary on the second delivery. The sweeper cover fielder tried his best, but that raised away to the boundary. Vikas is erring in line there, way outside the off stump, and that too quite foolish. And Tarun picking it up brilliantly. One bounce into the fence. Tarun Jain, TJ as he is popularly known amongst his teammates. It's a wonderful start by the batsman. Vikas with his next delivery. Oh, and what a comeback, and this time his edge is gone. Absolutely stunning stuff by the pacer there, and that is what we were mentioning. We are talking about his ability to pick wickets, and he has delivered immediately. And what a comeback after being hit for a boundary. This guy is special for sure. Vikas Singh. The first wicket is gone. Tarun tried to play that towards the third man, I suppose, but that was too quick for him. So 5 for 1 in just the first over. What a delivery by Vikas to get rid of a very important and dangerous batsman like Tarun. This guy has got a lot of arrows in his bow. This was one of them. Look at the bounce that he extracted from the delivery. He's such a thinking bowler. Vikas Singh can cause damage up the order and has done it many number of times. We've seen that in the previous seasons. And here comes a new batsman. Oh, and the same kind of a delivery. Almost a similar delivery. Wow. And Vikas was very close to getting a second wicket. Back-to-back wickets would have been a dream start for this left-arm pacer. And I'm surprised why hasn't he taken a slip with the new ball. The kind of length that he's bowling with such good bounce. He should be having a slip for sure. I think the captain should be looking at having a slip for Vikas. Even Vikas should be asking the captain. Coming in with his next delivery. Oh, and that's a good shot in the air. Almost taking it to mid-on fielder. Quick single taken there. That's a good shot by Chintan Killawala. He's also a wonderful batsman, this guy. They've got some really good stroke players, super strikers, and that's why probably the name super strikers. The batsmen are really good strikers of the cricket ball, but Vikas is no less. The captain Viraj Gandhi. Oh, and trying to play the pull shot, but the connection was not there this time. Straight to the fielder, and that's the end of a very good first over. A successful one for Vikas. And what a comeback after being hit for a boundary on the second delivery of this over. He's just got a wicket and has bowled some really good deliveries. So 6 for 1 after the first over. That's a good start to this defense by Avm Yoddhas, and super strikers will have to build a partnership here. Vishal Pandey coming to bowl his first over, the second in the innings. And a really good start given by Vikas. Let us see if Vishal can capitalize on that. On strike is Chintan Kilawala. Starts with a short delivery. That's a well played shot. Brilliantly played towards the sweeper cover, just a single though. Should have capitalized a bit better on that poor delivery. That was quite a short delivery and Chintan would be slightly disappointed. Could have got more runs on that delivery. Oh, and this time trying to take the single. Really good work by the fielder there. That was a good call by Viraj Gandhi, the captain. He sent back Chintan, who was rushing for that single. Oh, and that's a poor delivery. Very short and way outside the off stump. A wide signal by the umpire, so an extra run added to the tally. Vishal is a very good bowler as well. He also has a knack of picking up wickets. Oh, and just have a look at the correction in the length. Absolutely brilliant. Getting a bit of swing as well, so a very good comeback by the bowler there after that wide was bowled by him. Another short delivery, and this time Viraj trying to pull that, not succeeding because of the bounce maybe, and some really good keeping by Dattaram Parab, the wicket keeper. Very experienced campaigner this guy, Dattaram is. Oh, and this time a short delivery. Pulled brilliantly towards the deep mid wicket for a boundary. Vishal has to improve on the length. And Viraj playing such a brilliant shot, punishing the poor delivery, and that is what you've got to do. You've got some opportunities to score some really easy runs there. That's a good shot by Viraj Gandhi, captain leading from the front, opening the batting and striking a good shot for a boundary. Another good shot this time. What a gap he's pierced and could go to the boundary, but that's a very good chase by the fielder. The captain Javed setting a very good example for his teammates, and a couple to end the over. That was a good shot played between the covers and the mid-off fielder, and 2 runs taken easily. 14 for 1 after 2 overs, so a good over. 8 runs coming off that over for super strikers, and Vikas Singh is back with his second over. They need to negotiate Vikas Singh and handle him carefully. They cannot lose a lot of wickets to Vikas. He would be going for wickets. He's an aggressive bowler, always up for wickets. Doesn't mind getting hit for a boundary or a couple. A genuine left arm pace bowler, and I said to any team, Vikas Singh. Oh, and that's a wonderful shot by Chintan. Slight misfield there, allowing them to take the single. That was a good delivery, just outside the off stump, and Chintan playing really well on the back foot. Chintan Kilawala and Viraj Gandhi both are extremely good batsmen. They need to just build a partnership here. 148 is the ask. You're 15 for 1. This is just the third over. Oh, and this time it seems that it's hit his arm and not the bat. This is some really good umpiring by the umpire, Mr. Om Singh. And Vikas looked convinced, but then the umpire probably asking him to come back to the run-up. Sometimes that could happen in the heat of the moment. Viraj also was really cool about that. He knew it had hit his arm, but this is really good bowling. Oh, and this time he's extracting some bounce out of that pitch, and we've already mentioned this pitch is supporting not only the batsmen but the bowlers as well. It's just that you have to extract the bounce, you have to bend your back, and you could get some really good results. Oh, and this is a peach of a delivery. Vikas Singh is on fire. Very tough to negotiate that line, and especially when it is consistently bowled by any bowler. Viraj Gandhi needs to be patient here. He has got a lot of shots in his array. It's just that he has to save his wicket against the good deliveries. Oh, and this time bringing the ball back into the batsman, but played well by Viraj, straight to the square leg fielder. No run taken. This is a really good over. Just one delivery left, and Vikas has given only one run in this over. That was taken by Chintan on the first delivery itself. Oh, and slightly uppish this time, and trying to hit the big shot, not succeeding. That was a foolish delivery. So this is really good thinking by Vikas. He took his chance by bowling it a bit fuller. Viraj could not cash in on that, and that's the end of a very good over by Vikas. Just one run of that over. So 3 overs have been bowled now, 15 for 1. Super strikers. A lot of work to be done by these two batsmen. They have the ability, they have the shots. They just need to be patient for the poor deliveries, and they have to make sure that they make the best out of those poor deliveries. They will definitely get some from the Avm Yoddhas bowlers. It does happen in cricket. No matter how good a player you are, if you're not sticking to basics, you might err, and that could go in the favor of the opposition team. Chintan on strike. Vishal Pandey coming to bowl his Vishal Pandey coming to bowl his next over. (17 overs and 133 required to win this match. Another short delivery, could be a wide as well. It is a wide. Vishal needs to be consistent with the line. He's given some extras in his spell till now. He's got him this time, the edge. What a catch by the short third fielder there. It flew to him and he ensured it did not go out of his hand. And Vishal, when he comes back after a wide, the length and the line that he bowls is absolutely wonderful, and this time it has resulted in a wicket, and Chintan Killawala this time the casualty, going back to the pavilion. Absolutely brilliant piece of bowling by Vishal Pandey. So both the openers not on the crease now. Only Viraj Gandhi is left, but the top order has been destroyed in the first 3 overs. Only Viraj left, Chintan and Tarun back into the pavilion already. Vishal Pandey coming to bowl his next delivery. That's a wonderful piece of bowling. Amol Sisodia is the new batsman, starts off well, plays a confident defensive shot. And this time, another good delivery. He's been really good in bowling the right length, Vishal Pandey. Not at all easy to negotiate that length, especially with the new ball. The ball does a bit when it is new. Oh, and this time, that's a wonderful shot, straight to the fielder. No run taken. That was a good shot, a confident drive. What a shot that is. And another good stop by Rishi Mapara. He's on fire there at the cover point. A quick single taken though, and Amol is off the mark. Viraj back on strike, and the last delivery of this 4th over, Vishal has been equally brilliant like Vikas. Just a couple of runs in this over and a very important wicket of Chintan Kilawala. A lot of responsibility on the shoulder of the captain now. That's a good shot. Great on the back foot. He's trying to take the quick single. He takes that really well. The fielder does well, but couldn't stop the single. That's the end of another good over by Vishal Pandey, a successful one, in which he sent back Chintan Kilawala to the pavilion. 4 overs, 18 for 2, the score. Javed Siddiqui, the captain, brings himself into the attack. Starts off well with a foolish delivery. That's a wonderful shot. And a good stop as well. A single taken easily by Viraj and Amol. Javed can swing the ball. He has an open chested action. Slightly side on. Takes the ball away from the right-handers. He's really good at bowling it in the right areas, Javed Siddiqui. A brilliant leader when it comes to the captaincy. Oh, and just have a look at that length. Absolutely perfect length. Bowled by Javed. Oh, and this is some really good bowling by Javed Siddiqui. Just not allowing Amol to do anything major on his perfectly pitched deliveries. And Viraj doing the right thing. Just going and having a discussion with his fellow batsman. He needs to keep them motivated. They will have to form a partnership if they want to win this match. It's almost a similar kind of a start, just like the Avm Yoddhas. A slow start and a couple of wickets down. Oh, and this time, probably a bit lucky there. It did not carry to the long on fielder Vikas Singh there. But the intention was right. He was trying to aim the gap there. Gets an easy single. Javed bowling really well. Another good delivery. Perfect length and a quick single taken by both these players. This is really good running by Viraj and Amol. And they will have to keep rotating the strike. Oh, and that's a wonderful shot. Cut away beautifully. Will be a couple. Oh no, they have not taken the second. This is some really good fielding by the sweeper cover fielder, restricting them to only a single, and that's a wonderful over by Javed Siddiqui, the captain of Avm Yoddhas. And super strikers now 22 for 2 after 5 overs. Shailesh coming to bowl his first over. He starts off with a wide, not a good delivery, and a single taken as well. So 2 runs given as extras there by Shailesh. Shailesh Gowda coming to bowl his next delivery. A quick delivery this time, trying to pull that, not succeeding, and probably is hit his helmet. Asking for some help it seems, and we'll take a quick break. We'll be back soon. Stay tuned, viewers. We hope nothing serious has happened there. Probably everything is all right. And this time struck really close to the middle stump. But probably the inside edge. He appealed for an LBW appeal, but there was an inside edge and a single taken by Viraj. Amol back on strike. Another wide. He needs to improve the line. Oh, and that's another wide. So some extras being given away by Shailesh Gowda. This time wide outside the off stump, so probably struggling with the line there. Shailesh, this is the fourth wide in this over. He's already given 5 extra runs. There's a lot of spectators in the ground enjoying this match. Oh, and this is a wild delivery. Another single taken, so 2 runs added to the tally. This is not good bowling by Shailesh at all. Problems for the captain as well. Only 2 balls have been bowled in this over, which are the legitimate ones. And they already have scored a lot of runs in this over. 8 runs already scored of the 2 deliveries that have been bowled legitimately. That's a good comeback. Bowling the right line, and Viraj trying to take the aerial route there, but missing the ball. Probably a swing. Helping Shailesh there. Probably he also realized sticking to the basics is the best thing. Shailesh. That was a good delivery and a very good comeback. Oh, and this time he almost got him. Absolutely brilliant piece of bowling by Shailesh Gowda there. Viraj. A bit early in the shot, missing it completely. Yorked himself there. Was lucky that the ball did not hit the off stump. Oh, and this time another wide signal by the umpire. This is not good bowling. He will have to be consistent with the line. Still 2 deliveries left in this over. This is a full toss. Good shot played by Viraj, but just a single. Vikas Singh is a wonderful fielder. Long on. Just gives away 1 run. But that was a ball that could have been cashed on, and Viraj nodding his head. He understands and senses that he might have missed a opportunity there. Amol back on strike. And what was he trying to do? Was he trying to run him out? Probably lost the balance while taking the jump. For a moment we thought he was trying to run Viraj out, which is a legitimate rule even in international cricket. Now the batsmen need to be really careful. Oh, and this is a wonderful piece of bowling again. So he's been inconsistent, but he's come back really well. And that's the end of his over finally. He bowled 11 deliveries in that over. 12 deliveries, I beg your pardon. But finally finishes the over. 6 overs, 32 for 2. Exactly 12 deliveries he bowled, out of which 6 were wides. Sometimes the new ball doesn't go your way, tend to lose the control on that, and same happened with Shailesh, unfortunately. But the kind of deliveries that he bowled as follow-up and comeback deliveries were absolutely amazing. 6 overs, 32 for 2. Amol played the last delivery, which means that Viraj would be on strike. Oh, and that's a wonderful shot. Could be a boundary. Shiva trying to chase that, not succeeding. That was a good shot played. A short delivery by Javed. Played well by Viraj. Cut really hard and a boundary towards the third man. And he needs to improve the length there, Javed. He bowled the first over really well. This time just erring on the length. Very short and wide outside the off stump. And Viraj is really good a batsman to have missed that. He starts off with the boundary, so there is some flow of runs in the last few deliveries in this match, in this innings. Oh, and in the slot. Could that be a big one? And it has been caught. A wonderful catch by Vikas Singh. What a fielder he is. Absolutely stunning fielding by him. That was in the slot. His eyes lit up. Tried to go the aerial route, and Javed Siddiqui finally was the right length. That gives him the third wicket in this innings and his first. 36 for 3. Super strikers now, and this is the 7th over. They're in a bit of trouble now. They will have to kind of build a partnership. They have been losing wickets at regular intervals, which is not a good sign for any team if you're chasing a target close to 150. But that was a really good catch by Vikas Singh at long on. Jasdeep Singh Kohli is a new batsman, plays the first delivery really well. Just a single towards the third man region. Another short delivery by Javed. Not the right ball to the new batsman. And spectators must have realized, and our viewers as well, I must mention this, whenever a batsman gets out, caught on any bowler's bowling, the strike doesn't change. The new batsman will have to take the strike. Oh, and this time plays it really well in the air, over and above the point. Oh, and that's a poor miss. That sloppy bit of work there, leading to a boundary. That's a good shot by Amol Sisodia. That was pitched up. That was not a bad delivery and outside the off stump, but the fielder goofed it up badly. Should have been only a single, but resulted in a boundary. That's really good for super strikers. They need to keep continuing with the momentum which they have gained in the last couple of overs in terms of the runs they have scored, although they have been losing wickets at regular intervals, but the scoring has to go on. Their run rate is above 6 runs an over, which is a good sign. Oh, and another good delivery. He is bowling the real good length there. The line is also quite nice by the captain of Avm Yoddhas, Javed Siddiqui. He has that knack of bowling the right length. Mostly pitches it up in the good length area. Oh, and this time played it really well. Jasdeep Singh Kohli could get an easy couple there. Shall come back for the second. This is really good bowling by Javed, but some good batting by Jasdeep as well. Javed maintaining that off stump line. This time Jasdeep playing it smartly towards the fine leg, trying to scoop the ball and getting 2 runs in the endeavour. That's the end of the 7th over. The score is 44 for 3. So this is a match which is definitely getting built up for the last overs, and if these two batsmen stay at the crease for long, we might have a cracker of a match at our hands. It seems the time has come. The left arm spinner has been called to bowl his first over, Rishi Mapara. We still have to wait if he is the only one who's been asked to bowl. Yes, Rishi has been asked to bowl the next over, and his 4 overs could be really crucial for Avm Yoddhas. Have always been, has a knack of picking some really important wickets. This guy, such a versatile player he is, can bowl with the new ball as well as the semi-new ball. Is also used in the death overs sometimes. A 360-degree player when it comes to versatility. Can be used at any situation, no matter how much the pressure is. He has that capability of absorbing the pressure. Rishi with his first delivery. A short one, and what a shot that is! No matter how good a bowler you are, but if you bowl the short delivery, you will be punished. And absolutely stunning hit by Amol Sisodia. He's gained some really good touch in his innings now. What a shot that was. One bounce into the fence. The deep mid wicket fielder was placed for that shot, but he was just a spectator. Absolutely stunning hit by Amol. A shot of authority. Oh, and that's a good delivery. Very well played by Amol, and a really good stop by the captain there, Javed Siddiqui. This was a good delivery by Rishi, pitching it up. Coming to bowl his next delivery. Oh, another good shot. Swept it really well. Will be a boundary towards the deep backward square leg region. What a shot that is. And that's the 50 up. With that boundary, Amol Sisodia is on fire. 2 wonderful shots, and this was even better. This was not a bad delivery, but he made that boundary out of a good delivery. So Amol playing a real gem right now. We'll have to see how long can he sustain. He will have to stay till the end. And if he stays till the end, the kind of shots he is playing, it doesn't seem 148 would be a difficult task to achieve. Both the shots brilliantly played and top level execution there. A treat to watch. Rishi with his next delivery, quite expensive in the first 3 deliveries. Oh, and this time he's appealing for an LBW. Oh, and he's very lucky there. Probably hit the bat first. That was such a close call. That was a brilliant delivery. And Amol facing Rishi again. Oh, and that's a wonderfully cut shot. A single, and would be content with a single only. That's a good throw by the sweeper cover fielder, straight into the hands of the keeper. And that was such a close shout. Very lucky there, Amol Sisodia. The last delivery of his first over. Another short delivery played well by Jasdeep towards the square leg, but no run taken. That was good fielding by the square leg fielder. And that's the end of the first over by Rishi Mapara. 9 of that over. The score is 53 for 3 after 8 overs. So the run rate slowly increasing to 7 runs and over, just below 7 runs currently. 95 to win in 12 overs at 7.92. So run rate is not an issue at all. They will just have to stay at the wickets. They have the firepower to achieve that target. The key is keeping the wickets intact. Javed coming to bowl his next over. This is third. The captain has rotated his bowlers really well and utilized himself as a bowler as well quite well. He's bowled 2 good overs. Has taken a wicket as well, Javed, Viraj Gandhi. Javed to Amol. Short delivery played really well by Amol and supremely stopped by Rishi Mapara. Could have been a boundary, but that would have gone towards the covers region, deep covers. But Rishi made sure that was a dot delivery. Oh, and this is the length that Javed is capable of bowling. A quick single. They were trying to take but sent back rightly by Jasdeep. Could have been disaster there. Javed trying to bowl some really good line there. Oh, and that's a short delivery. Poor delivery that was. Played really well, and that's a boundary. What a shot that is. A poor delivery. And given the treatment, Amol Sisodia is on fire. He's waiting for the poor deliveries and making the bowlers pay for their mistakes, and Javed will have to be consistent with his length here. That was a very short delivery, and the line was also not up to the mark, outside the off stump. You'll have to be in and around that off stump. Cannot be too wide outside the off stump. Amol's eyes lit up. That's a good delivery again by Javed, coming back nicely. Oh, and that's a wonderful Yorker. That's a good comeback by Javed. Oh, and this time it seems he almost got him, and they are appealing for a stumping chance, but not out signal by the umpire. So that's the end of the 9th over, and they've instructed for drinks after this over. The umpires, 57 for 3 after 9. Nine overs, 57 for 3. This match is definitely going to go down the wire, it seems. Vikas Singh has been called to bowl his next over. That's a very good move by Javed Siddiqui, the captain. He definitely needs a wicket here, and what better guy to do the job for his captain than Vikas Singh. He's already bowled 2 really good overs. Jasdeep on strike, and Vikas. Oh, and this time in the air. Could that be out? Oh, and he's dropped it. That's the most easiest catch that you will ever get as a fielder, and he's put it down. And Javed's ploy was almost successful had that catch been taken by Rishi Mapara. Oh, and that is a sitter of a catch that he's dropped. Not his day today. He got out on a duck as well. Sometimes the best of the players can also have a bad day. Oh, and that's a wonderful shot by Jasdeep. Poor delivery by Vikas. A short delivery played really well by Jasdeep, and adding insult to injury. A boundary after a catch being dropped of the same player. This is some really good stuff by Jasdeep, cashing on the mistake by the fielder. Vikas will have to improve his length there. That was a poor delivery as well. He should have continued with the same line and the length as well. The length was way too short as compared to the last one, and the line was also drifting down the middle and leg stump. But what a drop that was. Everybody on the field was shocked, and so were we. How could that catch be dropped from the hands of Rishi Mapara, one of the best? Oh, and that's a wonderful piece of bowling. Coming back to where he belongs, outside the off stump. That's what he's known for, this guy. The master of swing and the line as well, Vikas Singh. This could well be one of the turning points of the match. The same happened with India on the other day. Virat Kohli, the best, dropped a sitter of a catch of Aiden Markram, and he played till the end. And they lost that match. He'll have to see whether Avm would be able to recover from that jolt or not. That's a good single taken by Jasdeep. He understands his role quite well. Takes the single after the boundary and rotates the strike. Amol Sisodia on strike. Oh, and that's a poor delivery. Will be a wide. And Vikas losing the plot here. He's drifted down the leg side twice in this over. He's chosen to bowl from round the wicket. Should be bowling from over the wicket. That's what I feel. That would give him the angle and bring the ball further back into the batsman. Oh, and this time a wide down the offside. So definitely not the right line to bowl. He should definitely be bowling from the other side. That is what I feel, and probably the angle not being utilized properly by the left arm pacer. So 2 wides in this over, and already 1 ball down the leg side has gone to the boundary. Oh, and this time a short delivery, pulled really well, and is running towards the boundary in the fine leg region, and hits the boundary. So that is an expensive over till now. This is some really good batting by the super strikers. So this is a good chase that super strikers have made out of the first 10 overs. They already had 68 for 3, 1 ball left in this over. This is an expensive over, already 11 runs of this over. Courtesy those 2 wides as well, which have given 2 extra deliveries. Had those wides not been bowled, probably the over would have got ended. And the last delivery in this over. Oh, and a poor delivery again. What has happened to him? This is the first time we are seeing this guy bowl so many wides. We're just mentioning the kind of discipline that he maintains in his line, and probably the commentator's curse again has worked here. He's just lost his line completely. 12 runs of that over. A very productive one for the super strikers, and the current run rate is now above 7 runs an over, courtesy some poor bowling in this over. Amol on strike to Vikas. This is a really good delivery to end the over, but very well played by Amol. He's playing that patient innings. Vikas not happy with himself. He understands the importance of giving the extra runs, but unfortunately the damage has been done in this over, and that's drinks being called for by the umpire. We'll take a short break and we'll be back very soon after a drinks break. Stay tuned, viewers. We're back live after a drinks break, and 69 for 3 is the score for Super Strikers, who are chasing 148. 10 overs have been bowled. We're halfway through in this innings. Last 10 overs left. And they've built a really good partnership. Jasdeep and Amol Sisodia, and especially Amol, he's been in top form. Jasdeep on strike, and the new bowler being asked to bowl. And what a pull shot that is. Could be a boundary on the first delivery. No, straight to the fielder. But that was a good shot played on a short delivery. The deep mid-wicket fielder doing well there. Hiren Chande has been asked to bowl the 11th over. Oh, and this time a good delivery by Hiren. Slightly slower through the air this time. This was good thinking on the part of the bowler. Amol being put in two minds whether to hit the ball or just place it. Finally gets nothing out of the delivery. So a small victory for the bowler there. Oh, and this time he misses that. Trying to take the quick single, but Jasdeep sent back by Amol. That bounced quite well for Hiren. The keeper also missed that. Could have been a chance of a single. Loses a run up there, and we'll have to bowl that again. He's bowled well in this over, Hiren Chande, given away just one run of the 3 balls that he's bowled. Oh, and this time another slower delivery, a good delivery. Misses that. Was trying to hit it with a straight bat, but takes the inside edge and runs to the onside. A single taken by Amol, but very good bowling by Hiren Chande. Just doing a wonderful containing job there for his team and the captain. Oh, and this time played really well towards the deep mid wicket again. There's a fielder there. Just a single. So very well bowled by Hiren. Singles won't hurt them at all. And boundaries is what super strikers need in every over. So this over, it has been a really good job done by Hiren Chande. Just 3 runs he has given till now. Last delivery is a crucial one. If they could get a boundary out of this, the entire over could be ruined. Oh, and this time in the air. Could that be a catch? Falls safely in no man's area. Just a single. And that's the end of a brilliant over to start with Hiren Chande, giving away just 4 runs, and that's 73 for 3 after 11 overs. So a very economical over by Hiren Chande. Rishi Mapara coming to bowl his next over. He's been asked to bowl another over. Has given 9 runs in the first over, but look up of bad delivery. Again a short delivery. Pulled brilliantly by Amol. What a shot that is. That's a boundary. The deep square leg fielder had no chance to pick that up. Amol is on fire. Amol Sisodia. Rishi Mapara has to improve on the line there. He's regularly bowling those deliveries on the leg stump, and the length is also not very impressive. Some half trackers, and this time Amol just giving it the right treatment. Good comeback there. No run taken. Amol is 31 of 30 deliveries. A brilliant innings in the context of the game. And if she stays till the end, Super Strikers have a brilliant chance of winning this match for sure. Jasdeep also supporting him and playing the perfect second fiddle role there. And that's a good shot played. What a shot that is. Will be a single only, but he's timing the ball so well. Jasdeep back on strike. He's 10 of 9 deliveries. So both these players playing above a strike rate of 100. Oh, and that's a wonderful shot by Jasdeep. This time could be a boundary. It is a boundary. What a shot that is. Playing straight down the ground. A beautiful grounded shot with a lot of power behind that. Rishi pitching that slightly up, and Jasdeep playing a wonderful shot, utilizing power of his bottom hand. What a shot that was. And they're playing so sensibly there. Again, 9 runs have been scored of the first 4 deliveries. So they have targeted the left armer for sure, the left arm spinner. Another good shot this time. Will be a single for sure. Will they come back for the second? We'll have to see that. And this time a misfield allows them to take the second. This is poor stuff. The captain the guilty here. Javed Siddiqui, in an endeavour to stop the single, loses his balance and gives away another run. So not good fielding by Avm Yoddhas, and the due factor has started to come into play now. The spinner is wiping the ball on almost every delivery. This is a good ball, and that's the end of the over, but 11 runs of that over. This is some really good batting, and the run rate still is 7 runs an over, which is very good in context of this game. 12 overs, 84 for 3, and both Jasdeep and Amol have made a brilliant partnership till now. They'll just need to continue. Just 64 needed of 8 overs, which is definitely achievable. 8 runs per over is the ask. And Super Strikers have been very good on this chase. Hiren Chande coming into bowl his next over. He was brilliant in his first over. We'll have to see how they negotiate Hiren's next over. On strike is Amol. Oh, and a short delivery. He has just played a wonderful shot again. Only a single. Not good running at all. They should have gone for the first run quickly. It's a long boundary there. They could have easily taken a second run on the throw. But probably they're content with rotating on Hiren's deliveries, which is also a good ploy, but if you get the extra run, it is always an advantage. Hiren to Jasdeep. And this time he's missed it. He played the sweep shot and easy 2 runs there in the deep backward square leg region. Another good delivery, and that was really well played by Jasdeep. A single taken easily to the cover point region. Oh, and a short delivery played brilliantly. Oh, what a stop that is. Would have been the cash of the tournament. Absolutely stunning stop there, a single taken, but this was brilliant by the fielder at covers. That was a good shot, but had that been a catch, would have been a stunner for sure. He was lucky there, Amol. It did not stick to his hands. He didn't with his next delivery. Just deep on strike, he plays it really fine and really well. What a shot that is, will be a boundary for sure. Playing it really cheekily and wonderfully. Hit for a boundary away from the short third fielder. Absolutely brilliant batting by Jasdeep, and he's just carried off in the last 2 overs. He's 19 of 14 deliveries, and he's just increased the strike rate with which he was playing. Oh, another good delivery, but Jasdeep is just waiting for the right ball, and he's judging the length perfectly well. A single towards the sweeper. Another productive over for super strikers. 13 overs, 94 for 3. This is really good batting by both these players. 54 is what they need now in the last 7 overs. And the required 100 is just 7.71 runs per over. The current is 7.23, so they are playing exactly according to the situation. Not many options left for the captain Javed Siddiqui. Will he turn to Shiva Kunar? We'll have to see that. Rishi Mapara, a strike bowler, has not been in the best of form today. Has been hit for a lot of runs, and it seems there would be a change in bowling. We'll have to see. Kaushal is the new bowler. He starts off with a wide, quite a wide delivery, way outside the off stump. Jasdeep on strike to Kaushal. That's a good shot by Jasdeep. He's playing so well, this guy. Why not? He's Kohli. The name says it all. Jasdeep Singh Kohli. He's just picked up so well in the last 2-3 overs that the pressure on Amol Sisodia has also come down to a great extent. Amol can definitely relax a bit, if not much. Oh, and this time drifting down the leg side. Appealing for an LBW, will not be an LBW for sure. Oh, and coming down the track, taking this as a full toss and hitting it straight to the fielder, though for a single, but that was a good intention shown by Amol Sisodia. Gets a single. Jasdeep back on strike. So 3 balls till now and 3 runs have been scored. It has been a good over by Kaushal. Oh, and this time trying to play it cheekily, but Dattaram Parab does really well and prevents the single. Could have been a double as well. Stops at least 1 run for his team, Dattaram Parab, the keeper. If not a couple. Oh, and this time he's missed it. That was a full toss, and it seems he's missed the trick. Should have been dispatched outside the park, but he misses that completely, and another dot delivery. So 5 balls and 3 runs is a wonderful result till now. That was a loose delivery. Jasdeep should have dealt with that severely, but he missed that completely. Kaushal. Bowling well there in his first. Oh, and he's tried to hit the big shot. Will it be a big one? He's got him. And that is what they were looking for, a wicket. And what a right time to get a wicket there. Kaushal takes the wicket at a very crucial juncture in this match, and Jasdeep Singh Kohli has to go back to the pavilion. That is one of the most important wickets in the context of this game. And Jasdeep, who was playing so well, probably got carried away with the length of that delivery and gave it straight into the hands of the captain Javed Siddiqui, who was standing long and gleefully accepted that catch. And the 4th wicket after such a wonderful partnership falls for super strikers. A very important wicket for Avm Yoddhas, and the score is 97 for 4. And very good over by Kaushal. Just 3 runs on a wicket in that over. 14 overs have been bowled. Last 6 overs, and they now need 51 runs to win. 8.5 runs an over in 6 overs. Not at all an easy task, but Amol is still there, and till the time he's there, a lot of damage could be done. Jasdeep Singh Kohli was playing so well. This is a big wicket in the context of this game, and Hiren Chande coming to bowl his next over. On strike is Amol. That's a good start by Hiren. This is his 3rd over. He's bowling really well today. Got a bit of hammering in his 2nd over, but overall he's bowled really well. And Urmil Visari as the new batsman at the non-striker's end. That's a short delivery, and Amol hits it out of the ground. That's a 6. What a shot that is. Absolutely brilliant shot. Very important hit in the context of this game. And the 100 is up with that shot. Amol Sisodia is on fire. What a shot that was. A short delivery. Pulled brilliantly for a 6 at deep mid wicket. The fielder tried his best, but it was over his head. And this time a thick edge. Oh, and he misses that. Will that be a boundary? Is a boundary. Oh, and he is on fire. Amol Sisodia. So Hiren Chande slightly unlucky. This was not a bad ball, but still got hit for a boundary there. Some sloppy bit of fielding as well. They need to be sharp on the field. This is a crucial juncture, and they now need only 41 of 33 deliveries They're closing in quite well, and Amol all of a sudden has reached 45 of just 38 deliveries. What great batting by this guy, who's been so patient and so sensible as well at the same time. Not losing the opportunities to cash in on poor deliveries. Look at the way he's just taken that single. Hallmark of a very, very sensible batsman. A 6 and a boundary, and then an easy single towards the point. And he then needs to do something. He's got a new batsman in front of him, Urmil Visaria. An opportunity for him to probably bowl a couple of dots. Oh, and that's a wonderful piece of bowling. Dattaram Parab doing some really fantastic work there with the gloves. Urmil was inside his crease, and it seems Hiren was listening to my commentary. He's bowled the perfect line to the new batsman. And a wonderful length as well. Gets a dot right up there. Last delivery of his over. Would prefer a dot again. That's a good shot played. And a quick single taken. So that's the end of the over. Urmil off the mark with a good shot towards the cover point. And that's the end of an expensive over. 12 of that over. So all the hard work in the last over has gone in vain, and the score is 109 for 4 after 15 overs. So they need 39 to win of 5 overs. This is some really good batting by the super strikers. They just need to stay at the wickets. Amol is there definitely with a lot of confidence under his belt and a lot of runs as well. Urmil just has to give him the support and rotate the strike. The kind of form Amol is in should be a walk in the park right now, but a couple of wickets here could change the course of this match entirely. So a very interesting contest ahead of us in the last 5 overs of this match. And Kaushal coming into bowl his next over. He was brilliant in his first over, gave away only 3 runs and took a very important wicket. The t-shirt might be saying Kushal, but the name is Kaushal for the benefit of the viewers. Urmil on strike. Kaushal to Urmil. Dattaram Parab probably coming up to the stumps. Yeah, he'll be standing up to the stumps. Oh, and he starts off the good delivery, almost a wide there, but with the perfect line just inside that mark of the wide ball. Urmil starting with a dot in this over. Oh, and this time a short delivery. Urmil has hit that big. Is that a big one? It's a huge one. What a shot. That is a poor delivery and dealt with severely. The treatment given by Urmil. What power this guy has got. Absolutely stunning hit for a huge 6 straight down the ground. Kaushal probably not able to control the ball because of slight dew on the field as well. What a shot that was. Urmil opening the account of his boundaries with a huge 6. And he's trying to come for the single, but Amol saying no. Probably the right call. Amol is so patient. Such a sensible cricketer he is. He's just not in a hurry. He knows they would get some poor deliveries to hit the shots of their liking. That's what he's been doing. Respecting the good deliveries, taking singles, rotating strikes, and when he gets a bad delivery, just ensures that it goes to the boundary for a 4 or a 6. Oh, and another poor delivery, a full toss, but has he converted that? No, he's gone. He has gone on a full toss. He must be shocked. And a wicket thrown here by Urmil. That was not at all a good delivery, but he's given a wicket there. And a very good catch by the captain Jfsc. All credit goes to him. He must be definitely discussing about the full toss with the bowler. That is a plot lost by Urmil for sure. This ball should have been dispatched to the boundary, if not a 6 but definitely a 4. He had so much time to hit that full toss delivery. Instead he gives away his wicket after hitting that brilliant 6. So the 5th wicket gone down for Super Strikers. They cannot let this match slip away from their hands. Some really good bowling by Kaushal. This is his 2nd wicket and he's trying to ensure that he makes sure that he compensates for the 6 that was hit in this over. His last over was absolutely brilliant, only 3 runs in that over, and this over has been not bad too. 4 deliveries and 6 runs in this over till now. The new batsman is Keyur. Absolutely brilliant player to have at this juncture. The right man to be there at the crease in the context of this game. But it's a good comeback by Kaushal as well after being hit for a 6. All credit goes to him. However, he was a bit lucky there. The full toss could have gone outside the park once again. Urmil was not able to convert that. Keyur Gandhi now, he has a lot of responsibility on his shoulders. He will have to stay with Amol. This match is definitely going down the wire. We had mentioned it earlier also. Super Strikers is a brilliant team and so are Avm Yoddhas as a team. I would still say it's 60-40 in favor of Super Strikers. They need just 33 to win this match out of 26 deliveries. Not at all a difficult task. But just have a look at that shot. What a shot that is. The first ball he faces. Cuts it brilliantly and a boundary towards the 3rd man. Absolutely stunning start by Keyur Gandhi. As I mentioned, the right guy to be there at this juncture. What a start that was. A short delivery, giving the treatment brilliantly. Just 29 needed now of 25 deliveries. They're closing in quite well in terms of the difference between the runs and the balls. A couple of hits may ensure that they would get home for sure. But Keyur Gandhi needs to stay. If he stays for another 2-3 overs, probably the match will end even before the 20th over is bowled. Just 29 required of 25 deliveries, and the current run rate has crossed 7.5. Oh, and this time the thick edge, and this has run away to the boundary as well. Absolutely brilliant contribution by Keyur right up there. Just 2 balls he's faced and he scored valuable 8 runs. So only 25 needed now. The score is 123 for 5 in 16 overs, and this over was really expensive. 14 runs of that over. Although Kaushal had come back really nicely after that 6 was hit, but Keyur ruined it completely in the last 2 deliveries. 8 runs of the last 2 deliveries, both boundaries scored by Keyur. And Amol now needs to just stay till the end. 24 balls and 25 runs is the equation. And now the match seems to be 75-25 in favor of the Super Strikers. Only a supreme over by Vikas Singh or any bowler can now change the course of this match. 25 runs of 24, especially when Amol is playing in such blistering form, seems to be a walk in the park, and Keyur at the other end doesn't seem to be in any kind of pressure. The Super Strikers right now, especially this pair. Amol will be high on confidence as well, as he's got a really good striker at the other end in Keyur. The dugout would be happy. The kind of chase this has been for Super Strikers, but this is cricket and anything could happen. We've got Vikas Singh, who's a really capable bowler when it comes to taking wickets. He's got that knack of taking very important wickets, as we mentioned earlier also, and if he gets Amol and KUR out in this over, things could drastically change in this match. We'll have to see how Vikas responds to the call taken by his captain to give the... What a shot that is! And a superb stop as well by Vishal Miglani. Absolutely brilliant stop. That was a wonderful shot. Slightly outside off. And Amol cut that really well. The fielder at point doing really well there. Definitely stopping at least one run for his team, if not more. KUR back on strike. This will be a good contest to watch. Vikas to KUR. Both of them quite aggressive in their approach. Vikas always tries to take the wickets, and KUR, as we already know, we've seen on the first two deliveries itself, the intentions that KUR has shown. He's come to just play the shots. He's a genuine stroke player, this guy. Has a strong bottom hand and a very good sense he has of picking the gaps. .24 needed of 23. Vikas to KUR Gandhi. Oh, and this is well bowled by Vikas, ensuring a dot ball here. Oh, that's a good delivery and well played by KUR as well. Straight to the fielder. Vishal Miglani is on fire in that position. The backward point. Playing really well KUR, but he will have to score some runs in this over as well. Although this is last over of Vikas, so they can afford to kind of see him through. We'll have to see the approach. Oh, and this time playing the wrong line, and he's appealing for an LBW. The umpire indicating a wide, and oh, it's gone for the boundary as well. Is that a leg by? We'll have to check with the umpire. It was just a single on the last delivery. This is the last delivery of his spell. Vikas Singh is bowled so well, only 2 runs in this over. Oh, and what a shot that is! Brilliantly played, and that will be his 50. Absolutely stunning drive to complete a well-deserved 15. What a shot that is! Probably the shot of the evening by Amol. This is probably one of the finest innings that you'll see in this tournament, even when a lot of matches are still left. The sensible nature of this innings makes it even more special, and heaps of praises for this guy, Amol Sisodia. What a player! And look at the confidence with which he hit that shot. A terrific drive towards the long off wide of the long off fielder, and what a shot that was to bring up his 50. Absolutely stunning innings by Amol Sisodia, and the score after 17 overs is 129 for 5. 6 runs off that over, and that was such a wonderful over by Vikas, but he spoiled the over on the last delivery of Vikas's last ball of his spell. So 129 for 5, just 19 needed now of 18 deliveries. Amol Sisodia 51 of 42 and Keyur Gandhi 8 of 5. This is some really good bowling. Absolutely stunning batting as well. So we've got a really good contest which we've witnessed today, and both these teams giving their 100%, but Amol Sisodia is the difference. And he's been between the Avm Yoddhas and the victory. So absolutely brilliant batsmanship shown by Amol here. Keyur Gandhi on strike, and Vishal Pandey coming into bowl his next over. Keyur on strike. A short delivery. Keyur pulls that, takes the edge, and that will be a boundary. It seems this boundary has sealed the match for them. Still 15 required, but if you get a boundary on the first delivery of an over, it becomes really tough for the bowler to come back. We'll have to see how Vishal responds now. Keyur Gandhi has played such a wonderful hand, and such an important knock this is in the context of this match. He's on 12 and all runs have been scored from boundaries only. So 3 boundaries for him. Vishal with his next delivery. Oh, and this time trying to play the lofted drive, not succeeding. That was a good delivery by Vishal. Good comeback. So 16 balls and 15 runs. 133 is the score. They need just 15 to win now. He was not ready, and Vishal acknowledges that. Probably is asking for the helmet. Just 15 required. 16 deliveries remaining. He's got his helmet back, and Vishal to Keyur now. That's a good stop by Vishal, ensuring the run is not taken. So 15 balls and 15 runs. Runner ball is the ask now. Oh, and another good delivery by Vishal. Keyur missing the last 3 deliveries, 3 dots in a row, and further build the pressure. Seems it's probably hit the keeper. Oh, and this time trying to play the big shot. Will that be out? It's a huge 6. What a shot that is. Probably this has sealed the fate of this match. Absolutely stunning hit by Keyur Gandhi, and what a shot straight down the ground. The fielder tried his best, but he was just a spectator there, clearing long off so easily. And what bottom hand shown by Keyur there. Absolutely stunning batting. And he's dealing only in boundaries. No matter he's played 3 dot balls, but comes back with a huge 6. What a shot that was. Probably the killing blow in this match. Just 9 needed now. Oh, and he plays a wonderful drive towards the covers for a single. That's the end of another expensive over. 11 of that over. Just 8 required of the last 2 overs. Keyur Gandhi has played his role brilliantly. 19 of just 11. Almost a strike rate of 200. What a player. Came at the right time for the super strikers and has done his job brilliantly. Just 8 runs required to seal this match for super strikers. Rishi Mapara has been handed over the ball for his next over, the 19th in this innings. Javed Siddiqui would be a worried man. They had the match in their hands, but the kind of maturity and sense Amol has shown throughout the innings has been exemplary. Could be one of those innings which you could give it as an example to any batsman how to structure the innings even when 3 wickets are down early in the innings. And Keyur Gandhi has definitely played a major role towards the fag end of the innings. 19 of just 11 deliveries, and what great shots he has hit, especially that huge 6. Rishi coming into bowl the 19th over. This is his 3rd over. He's been expensive today. We'll have to see how Keyur deals with Rishi and how Rishi tries to contain Keyur. Will it be possible for him, especially Keyur being in such prolific form? Oh, and this time good flighted delivery. Keyur plays it well towards the deep square leg for a single. That's a very good throw by Vishal, straight into the hands of the keeper Datta. Just 7 required now. Amol back on strike. It's been long since we've seen Amol hit a boundary. Keyur taking the bulk of the strike in the last few overs. That was good for the super strikers. And this guy Rishi Mapara still not giving up. Such a wonderful cricketer he is. Taking his time before every delivery, and that's a good strategy as well. Sometimes slowing the game helps your team. Oh, and that is not a wide. They were expecting a wide there, the batsman, but that was really well bowled by Rishi. So dot after a single, and 7 runs required now of 10 deliveries. Oh, and a short delivery. He's pulled that brilliantly. Will that be a 6? It's a huge 6. That was a poor delivery. Short on his pads. And what a wonderful shot. Absolutely stunning batting. No chance for any fielder. The deep square leg fielder, just a spectator there. Flat 6 out of the ground. And Rishi Mapara has been stunned here with that brilliant shot. Amol Sisodia. No words could describe this innings by him. Absolutely stunning batting. And just 1 needed now. The scores are level. This match has been sealed by super strikers. Credit goes to Amol Sisodia here. What an innings we have witnessed today. A treat to watch. Such a special innings, and Avm Yoddhas, even after scoring such a wonderful score of 147, falls short. Just 1 run needed now. Formalities left in this match now, And that shot was an amazing one to seal the match. Scores a level. Rishi to Amol. And he plays the cut shot and takes the quick single. And that's a misfield. Could have been a chance of a run out. And finally they win this match. That's the end of the match. And Super Strikers have won this match by 5 wickets. What an innings by Amol Sisodia. Ably supported by Keyur Gandhi. 20 of 12 deliveries. And Amol, the hero of this match. 58 runs not out. Just 42 deliveries. And the players congratulating each other. Amol Sisodia taking his team through. And Avm Yoddhas have gone down in this match. Super Strikers have won this match. That's a wonderful start for Super Strikers in this tournament. And we thank all the viewers and spectators who have been watching this match live on the YouTube link as well as from the ground itself. That was a wonderful match we all witnessed, and we'll be back with the next match tomorrow. Thanks all for your viewership. And I, Shalin Gupta, take your leave for the day. Good night and take care of yourself. Thank you so much.